G'day guys, and welcome back to another live stream on this Wednesday night. And I'll tell you what, it is stinking hot here up in Queensland in Australia, so it's very good to have all you guys on here. So sorry, we're starting at half an hour later now because of daylight savings and going for an hour, so we'll be able to move the show on a little bit faster and it gives more people to get time to get home and settled in. We've noticed that people weren't really joining until about half an hour in about this time, and we've got quite a few people in the chat already, so which is fantastic. So before we start, once again, please subscribe, give this video a like, and lay a comment afterwards, and give a thumbs up to the video, which would be fantastic. So we shall bring Jason in. G'day, Jason.
What's going on, everyone? Good to be back for another live stream. So you said it was a beautiful day. It was actually quite hot here today, but now it's absolutely bucketing down, and my internet was having a SPAC attack just before the show. So luckily we're able to fix it up. But if it goes out, I'm sorry about that. Not much we can do.
Yes. We're in a bit of a heat wave here. And good news, finally, after a year, today I finished the workshop shed, the Shooting Stuff Australia's headquarters. Finally finished. All done.
About time. God.
Yeah, been a long
Never
run.
seen such a arduous task in all my life.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, that's good. So it's all done. So expect another video on building the shed, laying the slab, coming out on my second channel, Building Stuff Australia, on Sunday night. So about 7, 8 o'clock, I'll be releasing it then, and you'll be able to see the next stage of the shed.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, eh? That's pretty what you've done with it and all the tools you've put in it and stuff like that looks crazy, man. But good.
Yeah, it's come up good. It's come up real good. So another thing we've been getting is people saying we don't get to read their comments. Well, the analytics, we've gone through it all, and we are averaging 1,400 comments per show. So it's really hard to see all your comments. We try and read them out. The only way we definitely will read them out is if you lay a super chat and donate to the show, and then it comes up at the top of the screen so we can easily read it. So we do apologise if we do miss your comments. It's just hard to see. They go past so fast.
Yeah, it's it's always good. It helps you do the show, helps us continue forward with doing the show. So good stuff. Looks like there's a lot of people in the chat, a lot of regulars. Who we got here? Should we do the thing, or you want to just do a bit of more of an intro first, or do you want to do the?
Yeah, you can read out, do the roll call.
Every time I go to do this, it's like live chat. Every time I select the wrong thing, I always do the wrong thing. All right, if you haven't laid a comment yet, well, I guess you're not going to be read out. So you better get your comments in right now before we do this so I can read all of you guys out. But again, it starts in alphabetical order. So if you're getting a bit late, I'm really sorry about that. Guess who's first? Our buddy Andy 1234777. AKA Daniel Andrews. Looks like he's been taken to court in Victoria. I just read on a story today. So very interesting.
Oh, really? What for corruption?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look too far into it. I think it was a private, sort of a private situation, where the police have failed to act. They've sort of done the groundwork to try and to take him to court. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Aaron Johnson, Auslander Info, Bagel Operator, BD83, who is formerly TC Fan 25, Bagar Operator, Blunt Machete, Carbon Spider. I like that one. Chopper 73, our buddy Chris Miller down there from Victoria. Christopher Whippy, like Mr. Whippy. Remember the ice cream van? Cliff Lee, Colin Penfold, Dat Dank Bloke, Dave 101270, Drew Epic Flyer 889, another regular, Fox 860, of course a regular as well. Griffo 117, Jeff H, Harps 666, HFS _ Jack Daniels, Jason Draper, Josh B 4570, good caliber, Lockie McFarlane, Lone Wolf, Long Range Lead Slinger. Sorry, I can see him popping up now. Horto as well. Sorry, I just saw Horto's pop up as well, so he gets a mention. Yeah, did I say Lone Wolf? I think I did. Long Range Lead Slinger. Yeah, M. Trundle, Mad Outdoors Adventures, Matt Rumsey, Mitchie 116, Mr. Wonderful, Mr. John Boy 1965, Mumbles Munchies, Neil, Nick Blackwell. What's this one? Oh, Sod It. I like that one. That's a good one. Oh, now it's disappeared on me. Typical. N Salty, Owen G, Peter from the NSC, Pig Hunter, Raceland Majeri. I think it is 2010. Sorry, Raceland, if I get that wrong. I'm totally sorry. I always butcher that one. Ram 2, Ray Thomas, Rob's Woodworking, Rob Sweetstar, Roman Maring. Sorry if I got that wrong, Roman. Southern Star Review, our buddy. Check out his channel as well. Stu O'Brien, Tankmeister, the Bushranger Brotherhood of Australia, ticker 300 WM, I guess with 300 WinMag. Tiny Budgie, Tracer 123, Tube User C1, and Wayne Hobbs. Yeah, well, guess who we're missing? Let me go back to, because I remember, let's have a look at F. Front toward enemy. He's just himself not been in the chat. Disappointing. Front toward enemy, who's normally a regular.
All right.
It's all right. We're just joking. We're just joking, guys. So.
Few new people here, which is always good to see as well. And so, yeah, it's good. So hope you guys don't mind a bit of a shorter show. We're going to try this out for a while over the daylight savings.
Put your mic up too. Can't hear you. Put your mic up.
Yeah, so I hope you guys like the shorter show format. We're going to do it over the daylight savings. It's going to be, yeah, we'll definitely be able to get to the topics a bit faster. And we go, friend Lockie. Thank you very much. I'll just have to try and find it here. Go through.
I lost you there for a minute. Looks like this bloody wind is just killing us, but it's back, so it's good.
All right. Geez, we got our first super chat from our friend Lockie McFarlane, $20. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Now we want to thank the NSC for being tonight's sponsor, and you can go buy all their merch as well. Contact them. They're linked in the description. They got all their t-shirts, hoodies, and so forth. And you can get hold of Peter and that through the website and order all your stuff. And remember, they are a genuine reason for owning a firearm in Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. So we did say, get your merch and get your photo taken outside your club. And today we have our very first contestant who has done that.
Oh, you actually got one.
Yes, Bushranger. Thank you for sending your photo in. So he's got his National Shooting Council shirt on out front of some odd place there that he can't shoot at because of the new discrimination laws. So, yep, he's our very first contestant in the contest. We're wearing his shirt outside his club. So please get on to that. If you have got your shirts already, send us a photo like this outside your club, and we will put it on. I'm going to put this up on the Instagram as well.
Yeah. So who was that from? Bushranger Brotherhood, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. I know. People say the NBN's useless. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm coming through good, guys. Bloody bucketing down, wind, you name it. It's going absolutely crazy here. So,
jeez.
I think it's dropped off a little bit. Can't hear anything now. The wind's died off, which is good. Let's hope it's just a quick storm and that's it.
Yeah, it's a clear blue sky. Oh, well, it was clear blue skies before it got dark here, but yeah, nice and hot and calm here.
Yeah, Blunt Machete said, give the man a prize. He deserves a prize. So
yes, well, he's in the lead now because no one else has sent us any pictures.
Yeah, what happened? Hey, what happened to all the people that said they wanted the merch? You must have been to the range. Hey, even you don't have to be at the range. You can send us one just in general if you want to. Be creative, do something fun, send it in, and then we'll compare it. But that's going to be a tough one to beat there from Brotherhood.
Yes, exactly. He looks like a man on a mission, that's for sure. Now, the easiest way to get them to me is probably sending it to my Instagram. Go over to my Instagram, Shooting Stuff Australia, and message me your pictures there. Only because my email, I pretty much don't use it or even really look at it anymore because it's just filled of hundreds of spam mail every single day. So I probably don't get most of the mail there at all. So if you can, easier to get hold of me through Instagram now and not worry about the email address. I might take the email address off this actually.
Yeah, really. We should respond to your emails. I mean,
I can't even find half of them. Every day there's hundreds of spam mail, just hundreds in the inbox.
It's like the ones I get from you. I just said Shooting Stuff Australia in the spam box. Perfect.
Yeah, yep. And thank you very much, D Funky, for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Guys, get your questions in. If you can start a super chat, also lay a question if you like, and we're happy to read it out for you. Thank you so
Yep.
much. Really do appreciate it.
Bagara said he got his ages ago, so I'm presuming he's talking about the shirt. Well, we have not seen a photo, Bagara, of you out front of your range, or just in general. I think Aaron's looked at his Instagram account and emails. Can't find anything. What's happening? Get him in.
Yeah, exactly. I got my email right here. I got my I'll have my Instagram open right here. So if you send it live, we can show it on, live on here as well.
Yeah, Peter said lots of merch has gone out. So where's the pics, guys? Exactly. Angel, or was that Angela from last time? Said I'm still waiting for my invoice. Well, contact them up and just make sure, just follow up with them again. Make sure they get it out to you and nothing's gone wrong there. Always good to follow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like Trace said she's waiting for 3 shirts coming next year. Hey, maybe they're so popular they sold out. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I know Peter did say they're selling very fast. Colin said he sent you a message, Jason. If you got it.
Was that about the political stuff? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I just thought, based on what we said, yeah, another useless politician that's supposed to be pro-gun, not really doing much, and doing the anti's work, you'd say. So not even point of saying anything about it, really, man. To be brutally honest, because we know where that party stands on guns, and it's not with shooters, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, what are you guys doing over Christmas? We want to know. Elf hunting or just doing range shooting or what? Let us know what you're doing. Or have you bought yourself a Christmas present for next week in the form of a firearm or accessory? So let us know that as well. We want to know what are you guys happening. I'm probably going on a bit of a hunting trip with a mate, and Jason's going fishing and down in COVID Central, down in Victoria.
I'm going to Port Macquarie first to visit my mum, my lovely mum and dad, and then I might be. We don't know yet. Might be going to Malakuta again in Victoria. If you haven't been there, people that are from Victoria, wonderful place. We were there in the fires a couple of years ago. If people remember, I sort of made a YouTube video about it. That was pretty interesting, man. Nothing I really want to go through again, man. When you're waiting on the shore and you got fires raging down hills, man, 60, 80 meters from you, and you're thinking, fuck, we can actually, at one stage, I'm actually saying we might actually have to get in the God, and yeah, you don't want to go through that again, man, that's for sure. But really nice place. It's not bad. It's good for a holiday. Sometimes you get that, no disrespect to the people in Malakuta, it's a lovely place, but you get that sometimes, that vibe of, we're just sort of tolerated there because we don't live there. And, we heaps of people flood the area during the holidays, and it's sort of just a necessary evil to keep the town going. You get that vibe at times, like you're not really, wanted there at time, if that makes sense. But there are some good people there, and there's some really helpful people too. So, yeah, be keen to get back there, see how things have regenerated over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was about time you came up to Queensland, wasn't it? Good old Queensland, come shooting.
Yeah,
could have come hunting with us.
Come down here, we'll head to the local range of the club we won't speak about.
Yeah. Oh, they won't let me into New South Wales because I'm not jabbed. And we got
I wouldn't let you in just for being you, jab or no jab. I wouldn't let you anywhere. I'd say, nah, get this grub out of it, mate. Just you even stepping foot in this state. Nah.
I don't think I could even. Oh, there's no way I could ever go to Victoria. I just could not support that failed state ever after what Daniel Andrews have done to its people. I'll take my money elsewhere.
What have we got here? I'm just reading some of these. Wolf says reload. He's getting some reloading gear. We've got Matt's getting a T3X 270. He's getting a 270. We've got Mitchie getting a Charger.
Old mate here's getting a Marlin 4570. Very nice. Big bang there.
Yeah.
Good. Tracer Range only. The grass out west is too long to shoot without risking the cattle. Yeah, don't want to shoot the cattle.
Mm.
It's a quick way to end your hunting
You'd
trip.
be
And
surprised, eh? One thing I noticed when we've gone away, like especially I've been rabbit shooting and so forth, like when the cows are not on the paddocks, man, you go through it, it doesn't even look like the same sort of property. Once you get, a couple hundred cows on it or 200 cows, mate, you just think, oh, this actually looks quite nice. It's not, the grass is fairly low, except for the small tufts or blackberries, but then when the cattle isn't on it, it's like, geez, you really need cattle on your property to eat all the friggin' foliage down.
yeah, here's Cube. Definitely not going to Queensland. Yeah, well, you got to do tests and everything to come in here. They're making it very hard. They're saying, "Oh, we're going to boost tourism," but no one's actually going to be coming here if they got to pay for tests or get tests every 5 days, and just ridiculous.
Yeah. Neil said, do you know of any of the ranges in Sydney? If you haven't had the you-know-what to get into the ranges. Well, I thought today was in New South Wales. At least I hate the Liberals. They're grubs as far as you can throw them, and I'm glad Gladys is long since gone. But at least, we've moved on today as of the 15th of December. Some very small restrictions, but all in all, pretty darn good compared to other states, I must say. Queensland, I guess, started out okay. Now she's gone full Daniel Andrews on everybody. I mean, she's just a crazy nutbag, that Palaszczuk. I mean, I call her Palachuk just for a bit of fun. So,
yeah, we call her lots of different names up here. Yeah, she's gone absolutely nuts. Yes, on Friday, it all kicks off, and they're making such a big stink about it up here. About the police will be out in bars, restaurants, nightclubs, you name it. So they'll be there. Yes, they'd be trying to eat your dinner, and you'll have police standing over you wanting to see your papers. So yeah, it's going to
sir,
really pretty much.
out, sir. Get your papers out.
Yeah, get on, get out, get your papers out, and it's like a $3,000 fine if you get caught, and $13,000 fine for the actual restaurant per person. One restaurant not far from here is a big pub has said on Friday they're going to close all their food services down. They won't segregate. They refuse to segregate people, so it's a big bar too, and they're going to close all their food services down.
Like I say with the shooting industry, if you voted Labor, you deserve what you get. Very, very, pretty simple in a nutshell. You deserve what you get, same as these idiots that vote,
Liberals.
Yeah, Liberals or Labor or Greens. Or, it's even some of the pro-gun parties when you know what they've done in the past, what they've said, and what their outlook is on getting our rights back. So, again, think long and hard, guys. Long and hard before you decide who. West Covina Dodge, our friend Pat over there from California, he said he's getting a Polymer 80s and a RCBS hand prime and a tricolor. So it looks like Pat's going to be smashing the reloading over there in California. After the old Gavin Newsom got back in. He's what is he? Is he the governor of California? What is he? Gavin Newsom.
I don't know.
You got recalled. Pat would know who I'm talking about. Don't you, Pat? You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he's the governor of California. He got recalled, but he just got over the line. He just got over the line again.
Jeez, yeah, West Coven. Sandy got me 4 Polymer 80s, and very nice. They're trying to ban those in the States now, they're saying. And RCBS hand primer and a trickler. Very nice.
Do you know, that's the one I just read out, you idiot?
No, oh, right. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I was just saying, Pat from West Covina Dodge from California saying Gavin Newsom, and then you put it up. Guys, hammer him in the comments. Not listening to the co-host. Smash him in the comments. I should get the old siren out again.
Oh, don't make me use the ban hammer.
Mate, hang on. Where's Shooting Stuff Australia? Can I ban him? What's the story here?
Our friend Brotherhood, Bush Ranger Brotherhood of Australia, thank you for the donation. Thanks, fellas. I suppose a smile wouldn't have hurt in the photo. Here we go. Here he is here. Here we go. I suppose a smile wouldn't hurt in the photo. Maybe if you know enough people at your club, get a group photo, guys. Each of you NSC merch and put my photo to shame. Keep up the fight. Yeah, definitely.
And his head's situated perfectly to pretty much cover the logo. So well done there. Well done.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very artistic. Thank you very much for the super chat.
In a good way.
Yeah. So, it's going to be very interesting here in Queensland. Unfortunately, they have no end date to what is going to happen, which is a real shame. So we just don't know.
Sorry, if it's Angel or Angela, let us know from last time. I swear to God, I thought it was Angela. Was it Angel? I can't remember. But anyway,
It's
let us know in
Angel.
the comments. Yeah, so I get it right. I thought it was Angela last week, but anyway, or a couple of weeks ago. I bought myself a Hauer 1500 varmint stainless steel 1H223 for Christmas. Woohoo. Yep, well done.
Nice.
Good to see the ladies getting into the shooting and having a good time like all the rest of us guys.
Yeah.
You become one of the guys by shooting, you know?
Exactly. So, I guess we'll just jump straight into tonight's topic. And since we're coming up to almost halfway through the show, and 40 minutes to go.
Yeah,
So,
why do you look at that? Carbon Spider said deer hunting for Christmas. He got a super great 308 to break in and maybe a rabbit or two in the afternoon. So he bought himself a 308. Nice. Very good.
That's all right. Yeah. No, it's I'll be dusting off the old 3006 and going for a bit of a hunt, hopefully over Christmas. So I'm not too sure what nights we're going to be doing these shows. But Jason will be away for a few weeks, and I'll be gone for at least 1 week. So we'll keep you informed about what we'll be doing over the Christmas break.
Hang on. Just before you do that, Brendan Davies, Aaron's ears must be painted on. Absolutely. He's a grub, isn't he? Absolutely, Jason, guys. Give him a flogging in the comments. Absolutely. Then
Jason
again, I've done it before.
Jason and me talk so much now, his voice just becomes like white noise to me.
I put him to sleep.
Yeah. So no, it's good seeing you guys going to be getting out. Here we go.
I was right, guys. It is Angela. I told you it's not Angel, Angela. So at least we know for next time.
Oh yeah, yep. Shooting Stuff Australia cracked a bottle of JD 10-year-old. Very nice. I'll send some down your way. It's freaking awesome. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, bootlegging whiskey. Sounds good.
While you're reading that, Neil Constantine said you need Rodney Rood in Queensland to sing after the new rules coming. Yeah, I mean, I saw Rodney Rood, man. He was hilarious many years ago. And I can't remember where it was. It might have been over at Revesby, over in Sydney, possibly. But, man, that was one of the funniest shows I've ever been to. Oh, man, I laughed so hard, man. And it's surprisingly good, too. It's Rob Schneider, the actor with Adam Sandler. Rob Schneider was hilarious, too, man. It was just, I love stand-up comedy. It's brilliant.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's really good. Yeah, I've always wished I'd seen Billy Connolly or Robin Williams before Robin Williams passed away and Billy Connolly retired because he's got Parkinson's disease.
Yeah. A lot of people whinging about, which is not whinging, but fair call, actually, saying they're locked up until the 5th of February in Western Australia. So, yeah, you got that McLeod over there, old McLeod, mate, God damn, you can't even, these people are just crazy nutbags, man. Remember, guys, we say it every week, no Liberal, no Labor, no Greens, no Nationals. Anyone else? Anyone else? Well,
yeah, I've got to say that the next election's going to be the guns. It's going to take a second sort of thing for me. Won't be voting for any party that that condones this discrimination and segregation of people like in the 40s at all. They'll definitely get nothing. They can have the greatest gun policy, but if they stand by segregating people and pushing all this draconian bullshit on people, it just won't. They can't get a vote. We've got to get rid of them. West Coven, lush cut lawns rules. Have some Biden bucks for ticket money. Sounds good.
Nice one, Pat. Nice one.
Yeah. No, that is good. Yep. So, as you know, Jason's got another channel. You can go and sign up to that. And Lush Cut Lawns. Is it Lush Cut Lawns or Lush Cut Mowing?
I can't, but hang on. Is yours Building Things Australia or what?
I don't know.
Lush Cut Lawns. Yes, that's correct, sir. Anyway, what do we got here? Happy to report. Here we go. Chad Bangsworth. Old Chad Bangsworth. Or Bangswich, sorry. Chad Bangswich. Happy to report my H-class license was finally approved for 28 days and a show cause response. See you down the club. Nice.
That's good, yeah. If you come down to the club I shoot at. Oh, yes.
They must have had a few issues there that you got to show cause notice, but, whatever you said, mate, got yourself over the line. So congratulations. Welcome to the shooting sports.
Yes, I've been getting inundated with messages about people want to know in Queensland whether um, people, unvaxxed people, can actually go pistol shooting or to the range, and there is no mandate. It's been reported now there is no mandates in Queensland for gun clubs to enforce or say you must be double vaxxed. They don't have to do it. So if your club does do it, demand why. And if they don't get rid of it, if I belong to them, I'll just be walking out. There is dozens of clubs here in Brisbane that you can go and join. So, Chad, if you see me down at the Pistol Club, come and introduce yourself. I love talking to you guys. Met a few of you guys down at the Pistol Club, and it's always really good to have a bit of a chat. Really do enjoy it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. You can go, do all your mandatory shoots for pistols now, and not worry about. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that, like down in Victoria and that where they do have this law. What you lose your license, do you, or what? They can't. Surely they just can't say you're going to lose your license.
Listen, at the end of the day, I guess Labor, I would say Labor technically would be worse than the Liberals, but there's not much in it really. As someone said the other day, you've got Labor is one wing of the bird, you've got Liberal as the other wing of the bird, and then the actual bird is the Greens. So that's how they're pretty much looking at it. So, but anyway, interesting topic tonight, actually. I find this one very interesting. So maybe you want to start on that one.
Yes, definitely.
And half these are on a paywall, guys. We've had to continually find them. So,
Yes, this is the Daily Mail, absolute trash rag. Anyway, um, so Carl Sandilands, if you don't know who he is, if you're from overseas, he is one of the top DJs down in Sydney for a morning show. Him and his friend Jackie O have a good show. Some of the reporting here is pretty good. Um, Yeah, real trash reporting on this article from how they write some of this. So he was off. He was denied a long arms license, but here's the kicker: he already has a pistol license, doesn't he? So
yeah, yeah. Is
so
that the
now
one you're
though,
looking at the same way? Daily Mail. Yeah, that's the one.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yep. So Carl Sandilands has been denied a gun owner's license as police point to his connections to a convicted drug trafficker and the radio host Wild on air antics as evidence he is not a fit and proper person. But now, what he says on his show to get ratings means he's not a fit and proper person. And no one wants
Unbelievable.
to. No one wants to listen to a DJ, and they're boring. He spices it up and has a bit of fun, and yeah, who knows if he believes what he says and all that. Um, I'm sure they have script writers and producers who do a lot of the writing for him. Maybe I don't know how it works, but maybe half the stuff they're complaining about is not even his words. Uh,
Yeah, and an interesting story. People say like, and I don't agree with what a lot of he says sometimes either, right? But I had a good chance to have a chat with him many years ago. We were at the what was it? It was like some. I mean, I didn't really want to go, but me and my mate, we got some free radio tickets to some dance party thing. I'm like, me at a dance party. Well, this is probably 10 years ago now, at least, maybe 12 years ago, 11 years ago. And yeah, maybe not even that, probably 8, 9 years ago. And we went to the party and it was pretty good. And then we just got a chance to chat to him. And remember, he was having a laugh and we probably chatted to him for about 15 minutes, got a photo. And he was actually quite nice to talk to be brutally honest with you. I mean, he goes, "Oh, you boys are tall," and because he was pretty tall too, like from what I recall. I think he was as tall as me, if not taller. And he goes, "Oh, you boys are pretty tall." He had a bit of a laugh, had a bit of a joke, and had a bit of a conversation. And yeah, he actually wasn't a bad guy from at least the 15 minutes that I spoke to him. Again, don't agree with everything that he says, but again, you got to understand these guys too, man. They're getting paid to put it on a little bit too. They're getting paid to make things spicy as well. So, again, I can only speak on my 15-minute conversation with him, getting the photo, having a bit of a chat, and nothing but friendly, really, eh?
Yeah, well, he must be doing something right on his show because he's wasn't he one of the highest paid DJs and the most famous DJ I think we have here in Australia. So he must be doing something right.
Yeah.
So Sandilands already owns a handgun license, which permits him to operate guns under supervision at a pistol club in Sydney's southwest. So who didn't they like? One of his friends was a drug dealer who got jailed for 4 years in Italy. This guy here, and What did he do? He done his time, and Carl knows him. Who cares? He's ticked all the boxes. He's not a criminal. He's not. He hasn't broken any laws himself. So why? Who cares who he talks to? Don't treat someone as a criminal until they actually do something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but the worst part that I don't understand, I hope they've got that right, because that'd be like, in my opinion, it'll be an instant win. If they've, which is generally a more scrutinizing membership, is your pistol license. A lot more scrutiny goes on a pistol license than, say, it would on what I understand is generally a category A and B. The things you have to do, the amount of tests, the provisions or the probations you have to go through and stuff like that. So if that is correct and he does have a gun license, then that doesn't really make sense to me, because how come you can't, if you can have pistols, how come you can't have your category A and B? Even if he doesn't own any pistols, he's still able to go down there and use them potentially under a license if this article is actually correct. And that just would not make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, I've never liked the idea, and I've reported this on the podcast many times in the past, that often people have not liked, they might have associations to but people in bikie gangs, for an example. As soon as they've taken it like this to the tribunal, the police have inevitably lost, because the criteria is quite clear that they've got no criminal record, and they've often overturned those refusals for a license. So I'm sure if he does have a pistol license, this will get overturned very quickly. And probably someone like him, they probably should have thought maybe a bit harder before they start saying, what you do on air is going to have some sort of, outcome on you being a fit and proper person, being a bit of a personality on radio. I mean, it's sick. It's sick.
Exactly. Authorities claim he is concerned by the Sandilands friendship with convicted drug trafficker Simon Main, who spent 4 years in Italian prison. Main attempted to shift 333,000 ecstasy pills. I would hate to be the one who had to count all those, worth about 10 million in 2000. Considered the world's largest bust of illicit drugs at the time. I wonder if he made Guinness Book of World Records for that. Sandilands is also a close personal friend of King's Cross identity John Ibrahim and his model girlfriend Sarah Budge.
You got that right, but you got Ibrahim wrong. John Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, okay. In 2018, Ibrahim was served with a firearms prohibition order after police searched his Dover Heights home. Search warrants also included a double bay apartment, where police found a 9mm Glock 26 pistol. I never knew there was a 26. Did you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Glock 26.
And so they don't like his friends, so they're just saying the guy's a criminal and should not have a license. How ridiculous! He's obviously ticked all the boxes, hasn't he? Ticked all the boxes to get his pistol license. He's not a criminal. He's not a bad guy. They don't like his sense of humor or what he talks about on the show that's properly scripted by other people, I dare say. And just ridiculous. Like these association laws they have up here in Queensland.
Someone said it's very hard to concentrate with these Real Housewives that keep popping up on the screen left and right.
I'm pretty sure they're not Real Housewives.
Yeah, and I'm looking at some of them. Oh, hello. Is that Kylie? How can Kyle? It's a female, really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that is, very interesting. He'll obviously win. I'm sure he can afford a good lawyer as well and go in and dismantle their bullshit way of thinking and what they're trying to push on him in court. Be interesting. Do they have to pay? Would they have to pay someone's court fees?
I don't know if they originally do the lawyers in regards to NCAT tribunals at the beginning. Sometimes I know with certain types of cases, they don't let people just negotiate first. I mean, again, Peter's done a fair bit of this from the NSC. He might know. I'm not sure if he's done New South Wales, but they normally have a chat first and then, try and distinguish what the issues are. And then, they normally have a representative from the registry or several people from the registry. So I'm not exactly sure on that. But, again, it was interesting because people were saying on my page, oh, he's an idiot. He shouldn't have a gun license. And again, we're going to make sure, guys, that's our personal feelings and opinions on the guy's character are irrelevant, totally irrelevant to the law in New South Wales, especially if more so he's got a gun license. It's irrelevant. If I just said, I don't like you, I don't want you to have a gun license, I'm pretty sure you'd be pissed off that I just said you could, if I was the police, that you couldn't have a license just because I didn't like the look of you or who you were hanging out with. I'm sure you wouldn't be impressed. So again, it's irrelevant to the situation. The relevancy is the fact that, has he got a criminal record? Yes or no? Does he meet the criteria? Yes or no? It's really is that simple. It's black. It's pretty much black and white.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. A close friend of the radio host told the Australian, that's a rag newspaper here, that his sometimes chaotic on-air antics was also used for justification for why he could not be trusted with a firearm. They said shooting was Sandilands' only hobby, adding preconceived ideas of how the host might handle a gun, while was quite the opposite. So it would be interesting if they ever come out and show actual clips or play clips of what they think he said wrong.
But again, is that necessarily his character, or is it basically like what actually someone was saying it on here, like basically a persona? I mean, he's there to get paid to put on a show, pretty much. I mean, some of it might be his real character, his real personality. Maybe that's what he's like. Maybe, I don't know. I only met him for like 15 minutes, but at the end of the day, how can you go off a person who's being paid to, shock and to, provide content and talking points on a radio station? Again, it makes no sense. The only relevancy is to make sure that is he committed any crimes, yes or no. I mean, the only time it's not black and white is if you have committed a crime, it's over, say, the exclusion period, like in New South Wales, of 10 years, and they're not sure whether they're going to give you the gun license or not. So then there's a bit of grey area, because they're like, well, legislatively, we can't stop you from having a license, but then is he a fit and proper person, something they can fight in court if they were to be taken to court? So not exactly black and white, but in his situation, if he's got no criminal record, how can you go off what he said on radio?
Yeah, exactly. So you might as well go to all the actors who try and get gun license saying, oh, no, we don't like what you say in your movies and stuff like that, or how you act in your movies. Because I'm sure half the stuff is a persona that he puts on for the show. He could be behind closed, away from the limelight, a nice, quiet guy. No, not a big-time party animal or whatever they think he is behind closed doors. But I'd like to see samples or examples of what they think he said that on air, a part of his show, scripted show, that they don't like. That'd be very interesting. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely pathetic.
Peter said tribunals rarely award costs for registries. That's true, but I guess he would need to have that anyway, because he's got more than enough money to be able to fight them in court. Mr. Wonderful said, send Kyle an NSC shirt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would be a go, yeah.
Mr. John Boy said, fair point. Don't like Sandilands, but you're right. Exactly, man. People got to put aside and say, well, I just don't like the guy. Okay, people don't like the guy. So what? It's irrelevant to the discussion. It's irrelevant to anything to do with his gun license. Here's whether you like someone or not. If we lived our life and had the law on whether we like someone or not, this country would be a hell of a lot different than it is now. We must run on a set of laws, and those laws need to be adhered to.
Exactly. And Rustin here says,
they're the ones that put the law in, not us. They're the ones that say this is the criteria. Oh, you're trying to get around the criteria? No, we're just following the criteria that the government has set out. Simple.
There's no getting around this. They just don't like who his friends are. So what are they going to actually say to him? Like if they go to mediation, stop being friends with your friends, and don't say anything on your radio show that makes he's worth $100 million. So I'm pretty sure he can afford a good lawyer to dismantle their case as for a start. And don't do what you do for work and don't see your friend, then we'll give you a pistol license. Is that the crap they're going to try and pull? It's just unbelievable. And Rustin here says, yeah.
Okay.
I say he's a bit like Alex Jones. It's persona and to get ratings. Yeah, I'm sure half of it is.
Then again, some of the stuff, I know we used to laugh at. I never watch him, but I just, I've seen clips like anyone, and I thought, man, a lot of stuff he's saying, though, is coming true, though, eh? You know what I mean? It's kind of funny when you watch some of it. You're like, well, that was interesting. He said that a couple of years ago, and look what we're dealing with now.
Exactly. Blunt machete. Aussie Cossacks photo on Facebook in Russia. Firearm prohibited order. Prohibition order.
Prohibition
Yep.
order.
Prohibition order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
he
thing.
did.
Just
He
they
did.
don't like him.
He did have the photo of him in Russia. I think they're holding an AK or something. I heard. I haven't seen it, but and they obviously didn't like that. So what happens if you go overseas and you shoot guns legally in another country because they don't have such draconian laws like us? You can have fun with semi-autos. They're going to deny your firearms license because you did that overseas. No, in a
Well,
different
they probably
country.
could. Yeah, if you were blowing stuff up overseas and they'd say what they perceive to be careless and reckless, yeah, they could definitely do that to you. And you think you're in another country having a great time shooting, like, you can go to Battlefield Vegas in Las Vegas and shoot mortars and drive tanks around, drive them over cars and have a great time if you got the money. But that might not do you any favors. But
I think at a place of business establishment, touristy thing, that would be a very, very hard reach for them to actually
but
do.
that doesn't have to stick because they got government funds, which is our tax
Exactly.
money, to continually fight us and don't have to worry about it. Here's an interesting one. Dusty Mav said he's a squeezer. However, at least his popularity has highlighted this license rubbish. Yes, I think since he's done nothing wrong, that I understand from the articles that I'm reading. Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, this is probably a good case, to be honest, to highlight this sort of stuff, high profile case, to bring hopefully negative, unwanted attention towards the registry for making these sort of stupid decisions, especially if they're right in this article. We don't know, but it says he has a current pistol license. So why can't he get a long arms license?
So they're going to have to admit, we've got it wrong for however long he's had his pistol license. We shouldn't have given that to him. They make him look stupid as well.
That's why individuals need to be held accountable, man, for these decisions, man. So can't hide behind government agencies or taxpayer money. They need to be held personally accountable before they make such stupid decisions. If you don't make stupid decisions, you don't have anything to worry about.
And they should have a thing like 3 strikes are out. 3 stupid, blatant things like this. You're not doing your job properly. Your job is terminated.
Yeah, Acme said the same good one too. Police can make any claims they wish of the accused, has to prove their innocence. That's the paradigm shift from presumed innocent. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter who he likes or who. I could say I don't like who you're hanging out with. Someone, I don't like your mate. No gun license. If I've got the power to do that, that's not how you run a country.
No, exactly. Conservative sniper hunter. I can't understand why Carl Sanders is not taking to court of law to appeal. Why is he going to some administrative tribunal? Well, that's the first stop. Is the first thing you got to do, and then it probably proceeds from there if they can't come to an agreement.
Probably the cheaper option, obviously the majorly cheaper option as well. But I mean, I don't know how they can make another decision. But again, you're hoping, people on these tribunals, if they could hate guns and make stupid decisions as well, people are fallible because they're supposed to be able to look past their. What's the word I'm trying to think of? I can't even think of it. Their dislike of firearms and make the right decision based on the law. But everyone has some sort of political sway, doesn't say certain things, has certain views, and that reflects on their decisions. No doubt about it. I don't care what people say, but that's just the reality.
And here's Acme Firearms. He was on the show a few weeks ago. Really nice guy to talk to. Interesting what he had to say as well. Police can make any claims they want.
I just read this one, dude.
Hey?
I just read this one.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
He's done it again, guys. He's not
listening.
Smash him hard.
That's the white noise in the background again. Jeez.
God, no. Guys, smash him in the comments. Let him know he's an absolute pork chop. Give him the full curry.
Yeah, exactly. Adam, we recently had. You haven't read this, have you, Jason?
No, I haven't read this one. No.
We recently had a member with AB who applied for a Cat H, was rejected, and when they revoked his AB, I believe he's taking it to QCAT. Yeah, so he should. Yep. If you give out one, you should make a gun license. I don't believe in having these gun licenses anyway, but. If your gun license should be a gun license, you get access to all guns. End of story. Pistols, rifles, shotguns. It shouldn't be all this separate stuff. It's just a money grab.
Because you think there'd be a higher threshold for pistols, so that long arms should not be a problem. But if they're right, he has a license. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's
Steve said Kyle gets a pic taken at a nightclub with someone the cops don't like, he gets banned. That's what it seems like. Yeah, I mean,
well, you got to watch out, Jace. You met Kyle 10, 15 years ago. Man.
Yeah, I got 3 tickets to a nightclub. I can't remember exactly what we were chatting about. We said, "Oh, how's radio? You enjoy yourself. You like it. What do you do?" The negative publicity probably would have been some of the questions I would have asked offhand. But I just remember him saying, he goes, "Oh, you blokes are tall." He goes, "Oh, get in here. You know, you know what I mean?" It seemed okay to me, but don't agree with everything he says. He makes a bit of a pork chop of himself sometimes. That's no doubt about that. But I presume
Once
we all
again-
do at some stage. We're none of us are perfect. I've made some bloopers in my time, so has everyone.
Once again, I'm pretty sure that is a part of his show. I reckon. I'm sure of it. They're not going to pay him $5 million a year or whatever that article said to have a boring show, are they?
Yeah, that's right. Andy says, I play an Aaron drinking game. Every time he says exactly we shot, every reading area is a shot. Oh, every comment double up is 2 shots. Gets pretty toasty. Still love you. And I was like, that's to you, Aaron. I said, well, yeah, but geez, based on that, man, you're going to be, I think you're only about 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, and you're going to be pretty drunk, man, before you finish this show. That's for sure.
Jesus, what's this fuck? Bash on Aaron time. Cyberbullying. Yeah, cyberbullying, that's what it is. Well, maybe Carl Sandilands could be the rich person that we need on our side, that we've always been saying we need. Someone with lots of money, bit of fame, who can speak on our behalf. Maybe he could be the one. He obviously likes shooting, and people take notice of what he says.
Maybe we should try and email his crew and say, man, we're probably not going to have any luck. But say, mate, come on the live stream. Tell us what's really going on here. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, what do you guys reckon? We could try.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, you can just talk to him because you're buddies with him, aren't you? You met him once.
He wouldn't remember me from a bar of soap, dude. I'm just a dude he met at a club. Conservative Sniper said, I went to court in the mid-90s when that pommy bastard commissioner, Peter Ryan, denied me a license for the most ridiculous reason. The magistrate granted me a license and I represented myself in court. Good news. Yeah. Great stuff.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, that is good. And Hunting Victoria, pretty sure in Victoria, Labor passed a new firearm bill or something that if you had a speeding fine or get one, you have a 10-year ban of all firearms. Total crap. Yeah, well, there are things like that. If you get too many speeding fines and lose your license, you have to go to court and justify why you can have a license. I think some states do that sort of rubbish because they reckon, I did read they were saying, well, if you can't obey road rules, how can you ever obey firearm rules?
Yeah, I don't really believe. I mean, yeah, okay, if you're careless and reckless all the time, I mean, that's a different story. But a few fines here and there, nothing too crazy. I don't really see the issue. I think it's a bit overboard. Old Tommy Gunn said they're coming after more guns here in Canuckistan. So I guess it means the Canucks, the Canadians. Yeah. So yeah, I lived in Toronto for a couple of years, Tommy, in 2000 and mid 2003, I think. Yeah, mid 2003. I went to the Toronto Sky Dome, biggest concert I've ever been to. Toronto Sky Dome, fantastic it was.
Front towards enemy.
He's back.
Great. He's back. He would be great for raising awareness. Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he would be good. Yeah, we ought to try and get hold of him once he goes through and he wins his case. It'd be good to have him on. He can explain everything to us, what they said and what they did, and it'll be interesting. But that's if we come on. Highly unlikely.
Yeah, we're not going to pay him $5 million, but hey, you never know. Hey, you don't ask, you don't get, they say.
Yeah.
And he probably has a good tube. As a tube user said, you've got the one there, and shock jocks get the attention. That's what they get paid for. Exactly. He could say, well, this is all just a persona. So again, how do they prove that it's not?
Yeah, you could say I'm just an actor, and this is what I get paid to say.
His old Christopher Whippy said, if I ever see Sandilands, I'll keep my distance in case I end up with a photo with him. Hey, I chose to be in that my photo. I chose to be in my one.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope you don't get your door kicked down tonight.
Yes, exactly. 10 years ago, I got a free tickets, and I'm a bad person now.
Yeah, you shook Carl Sandilands' hand. No guns for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people can see, before we go, people can see this, I've been saying this for years now. It's only getting worse. Nothing's getting better. You know, you can see what's happening. I mean, they're doing it to celebrities now. Speeding fines now creeping into it. Again, a lot of this, except for this is the NSC, a lot of this stuff, unless people are doing it on their own, is really not being challenged. So they just keep doing it and they push. And this is the crap we have to deal with constantly. I mean, anyone thinking it's getting better with our representation is just kidding, man. Totally kidding themselves.
Exactly. And here's Salty Skippy. The state propaganda media will just run a right-wing extremist narrative in him if he speaks out. Exactly. They always go, oh, he's right-wing. Oh, no, he's far right or extreme right or whatever the crap they go on about these days.
Raceland Majeri said, I've got a photo with Pauline Hanson, pissing myself laughing. Well, put it up. Send it to us so we can put it up, Raceland. If you want to get if you want to get your mug on the live stream, send it to Aaron's Instagram account, Shooting Stuff Australia.
Bagara, thank you for the super chat. I drive truck 12 hours a day, so how can I be treated the same as someone who doesn't drive that much? Rubbish, exactly. More on your time you're on the road is more likely going to get a innocent speeding fine, even going 5-10 k's over, which isn't hard to do sometimes in some areas. So yeah, it's exactly, and they add up, and then bang, before you know it, you get the message. You get a knock on your door. We're here to take your guns.
Harps 666 makes a good one. He says there's no crime unless someone is injured or damage is done. I mean, exactly what is the crime here? What is the crime? That's what I'd like to know. He's already got a gun license, according to the article, a pistol license. So that meets a high threshold, I would say, according to registries regarding pistols. So, yeah, agreed, exactly. I mean, you might commit a crime. That's pretty much what they're saying. Well, just in case you might commit a crime, we better not.
Yeah, exactly. Angela here says, I think we should get Ricardo from Australia One and to discuss his gun policies. The only policy we say we want to hear is we want the NFA revoked and gone, destroyed, never to be seen again. That's the only gun policy we want. We don't want to hear what just flapping gums like all the other politicians. We want him to say, right, I'm going to table this and I'm going to push this. Here's the paperwork to get at least something like the suppressors done. Pistols on private land, something simple that they can give us back so easily. Those two things would be a great start.
Not even trying for that. Our buddy, he just posted again, Colin Penfold down there from Goulburn, just south of Sydney. Said he was talking to his pro-gun person that was running and let us know, don't mention who it is, Colin, but just say, let us know what they were telling you during the conversation. I think, it pretty much wasn't good. So all the things we believe in, they didn't, and they're supposed to be pro-gun. Man, what a fall from grace, man, really, really.
Oh, exactly. I'm just checking the Instagram, see if any of you guys have sent any pictures before we go.
Yeah, and as Colin said again, he goes, he has, again, as I just said, Class H. He's got Class H. What's the use of A and B? Well, there's no issue. It's just we don't like someone, so, we don't think you're good enough to have a license.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hear this one a lot. This is a very good one too. Raceland makes a very good point. Don't necessarily agree with it per se, but it does bring a good point. If any party comes out as pro-gun, they are over before they even get a chance. Partly I agree with that. But what about the ones that have gotten in, that haven't said much before the election and still haven't done 2/5 of fuck all? What about them? What about them? We've had some politicians that have been in politics since 1996, man. 1996, and we're in 2022, and pretty much nothing has changed. If in fact we've had way more gun bans, there are no suppressors, there's no self-defense. So what exactly is it we've actually achieved? I mean, again, I know the answer, 0.
Exactly. And we have a new photo in. This is Bagara.
Yeah.
With his, I don't know how clear that is, with his NSC shirt.
You should have just transferred it to your computer and got it up there.
Oh, it's on Instagram. I don't get Instagram on your
What's he got next? Is that an Xbox? No, it's not an Xbox, is it?
Jack Daniels.
Oh, Jack Daniels. Okay, I'm looking through 2 video screens to see what that is, but yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much. We've got 2 people now, and which is good. Yes. It's
and one thing about Raceland said too is, another what I want to bring up too, mate, if they can't make the argument, then they shouldn't be getting into politics. I'm seeing a lot of these candidates being put forward. Some of them are, Instagram personalities that have got, or whatever personalities they are. They're there for a reason. They have absolutely no idea about guns. They've got no idea about how, if they were put in front of a camera or on a radio station saying, please give us an answer, they wouldn't be able to do it, man. And they're just very, very poor selections, extremely poor selections. So again, we've got to get people in there that are able to get on radio and be very, very, very equipped and very comfortable at making the argument. That's what it's all about, making the argument, not going, oh, yeah, well, no one needs a semi-auto. Oh, shit. What are we going to do? Like, is that if we don't want our rights back, what are we actually voting for? What people say, well, a continuation of what we've got just to not lose any more. Well, how have we gone at that? Not good, obviously, not good at all, because we keep losing stuff left, right, and center.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing Colin did say, he gave me a headache. He basically said firearms for self-defense lead to an arms race with criminals. Hey, guys, this is from a pro-gun party from one of our listeners down there in Goulburn, from one of the Goulburn who wanted to be elected. I just would have said, yeah, mate, not getting my vote. Keep dreaming. I don't care if you're the only person on there. I'd rather, put my vote in the bin than vote for that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Rob Fitzpatrick, personally, I think the LDP is the best party for us to put out first choice, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, David Leinhelm was good. I know that Tim, I won't say Quilpy because Aaron knows it's Quilty. Right? They've been good, but I mean, I want to see them lifting their game in Victoria. I mean, they've got bigger fish to fry with Daniel Andrews at the moment, but yeah, I definitely want to see a lift from them. In regards to their, not their firearms policy, but actually pushing something in regards to firearms for once. I know David was very good. He was a pro-gun and probably one of the best politicians I've seen that was able to make the argument on radio. But, yeah, I want to see those two guys, once this pandemic's over, start stepping up on the firearms issue as well, definitely. Like, it's not going to be acceptable to get our vote and do nothing about it. Otherwise, again, you just don't get my vote. It's that simple. And I like the LDP. Big fan of David, big fan of the party, but they've got to start doing something too. Less talk, more action.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Fitzpatrick, for the super chat. And in Salty, do we have Bidens in Australian politics? Yes, we do. We have one notable person who 50 years in Parliament and achieved absolutely fuck all. A complete embarrassment. He hasn't achieved anything. He just flaps his guns on guns when it's time coming up to the election, and then you don't hear from him again for another 4 years. So yeah, we certainly do have these politicians out here, career politicians. I think in politics should be 8 years, whatever it is, 6 years, whatever, and that's it. Your whole career in politics is finished. 6 years, and then it's a change of guard. None of these people are in there for 20 years, 50 years, 15 years. Should be 2 terms, and that's the end of it. You can't run for politics ever again.
And people say BD83, formerly TC fan 25, said not a fan of Campbell Newman. He's a bit of a Labor plant. Yeah, I mean, well, I want to see how conservative or libertarian he really is before I make any decisions. But yeah, his previous history in some parts of the Liberal Party not the best, definitely. But anyway,
but he was the one who in Queensland brought in like for like, so no PTAs. If you got a gun, including a pistol, and you can just go into a shop, no PTAs, and buy it and swap it out for another gun you want without a PTA. So he brought that in, and he did go on the news and say he's had enough of firearm owners being treated as criminals and it has to stop. And he was looking, from what I understand, into bringing pistols onto private land until he was advised otherwise.
And someone said, Campbell had a plan to allow shooters. Well, I'm sure one of the organisations put a stop to that real quick, I'm sure.
Yep. So, So that's it, guys. It's been a great night. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for all the super chats. We do appreciate it. I do have and so does Jason, a Patreon. So if you want to donate to Patreon and help the show out, we'd really appreciate that. Links are down in the description and also to our social media sites as well. And please go over to my channel and another channel and sign up there. I've got a new video coming out on that in the next few days. So please go and have a look at that and subscribe. So all the links will be down in the description. So once again, thank you so much, Jason, for being here. Really do appreciate it. And thank you to the NSC for sponsoring this channel. Remember, they are your genuine reason. You can get away from the other organizations if you don't think they're doing anything for you. At least you know that they fight for your rights, and you can see their track record. So you know your membership money goes to a good cause. So once again, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Jason. I hope you enjoyed these shorter 1 hour shows and a bit of a later time. And we'll see you next week. Good night.